So here's the walk around video for the K5 73 K5 Blazer. Been with me quite a while, kind of a long story. Came to me in a bunch of pieces. Customer bought it as a project and bought it with a ton of extra parts, but ended up changing a ton of things also. So the truck was already painted when it came in. All the interior had been redone, pieces, parts, seats from something else were already reupholstered, and not a great job, not a horrible job. Give you a look at the inside. Front seats came out pretty nice. It's got an original center console, which the lid was rewrapped. They did the dash also. Not really great work on the dash. Tough time getting the bezel to fit. Passenger side of the end of the dash is all pie cut, which I don't really care for. Still needs door panels. Getting all the hard part is done. Now we're just down to basically finishing wiring the column and a few miscellaneous accessories. But this thing was a mess when it came to me. Just to give you an idea, some extra parts, bins. So this truck originally had a 305 in it with a 700 R4 automatic, and he wanted to go back to 4-speed. So basically we pulled the motor, transfer case. This truck now has a 383. Pretty healthy, all good internals, world product heads, Sportsman 2s, I think. Did Holley Sniper EFI, put vintage air in it, brand new radiator, aluminum, double fan, all new hoses, belts, 21 circuit wiring harness, all stainless lines from inline tube, so stainless hard lines, stainless braided lines, brand new grille, brand new headlights, bezels, turn signal lenses, marker lenses. Front bumper came off of something else. It bolted up. Not original to the truck, not the proper one for the truck, but he's going to live with it for now. Wants to do some kind of removable front winch mount, and that's just basically a hitch that's been put on there, mocked up. It's probably not going to stay. He's probably going to end up doing a winch bumper. Did a 6-inch lift in the truck, all brand new springs, brand new shocks. Frame was all completely painted underneath, everything's super clean. Was not a frame off, but probably as close as you could possibly get. Came with 5 tires and wheels, 20 by 10s, 33 1250 Ironman. I'll try to give you a shot of underneath. When I say this truck has been here and it's gotten done, it's gotten done. Front and rear drive line made. You can see in the back there, fuel tank was dropped, clean, painted, new rubber straps. Everything underneath of the truck is clean. We went back, built a SM465 4-speed for it and an NP205 case. Every detail has been addressed. 205's been rebuilt, 465's been rebuilt. New shocks, new springs, new drive shafts, new yokes, universal joints. So, been quite a bit. Been with me for about a year. Been on and off of it, in and out of it. Like I said, still some miscellaneous stuff to wrap up. Put a new column in it. Put vintage air in it. There's the end of the dash. That's not so great. It's kind of cut up. But still have a handful of wiring to do. A few miscellaneous things. Got to get the EFI Sniper fired up and start self-learning. Put a backup camera in it. It's got a vintage looking Bluetooth stereo in it. It's got a 3700 watt amplifier in the back. Front doors are getting a pair of 6x9s. Side panels are getting a pair of 6x9s in the rear. Got a set of 10-inch subs in the back. Boxes built, wrapped with a fabric that was kind of close to the interior. Inside of the top was painted, outside painted, just in a single stage, just to clean it up. It's an original fiberglass top. Can't really probably tell on the video, but the original body work that was done on this truck was really, really bad. Somebody blocked out the primer with like 80 grit and then shot it. So there's a ton of scratch marks in it, stuff that you can't get out without doing a repaint. And that's just is what it is. Somebody cut these doors to do the conversion to accept this other top, whatever year it is. So had to modify the window brackets to get those for the windows to track correctly. Still have to put the panels on, all new weather stripping, door sills, new pedal assembly to put the clutch pedal in it. Aftermarket gauges. He didn't want to spend auto meter money, but everybody makes a knockoff, so we did all brand new gauges, new wheel. Give you a shot of the inside. There's the speakers for front and rear. Back seat reupholstered, and they even did the side panels in it, which came out, you know, pretty nice. I put LED cabin lighting in the sides and also under the dash since there's no dome light. So this one here is really close to being wrapped up. We still have a punch list of stuff to do. Still have to bleed the brakes. It's got all the fluids in it. It's got fuel in it. Have to get a 4-pin connector for the alternator and figure out a couple other little miscellaneous, I won't call them gremlins, but a few little miscellaneous things. I just have a huge punch list, like a whole page of just all these little odds and ends. And if anyone's ever done a build like this, you know how it goes. I had the whole nose of this truck off. Firewall got painted. Inner fenders all got painted. It's got brand new proportioning valve. If you can see it down in there, that also came from Inline. Really nice company to deal with. For 200 bucks to get all brand new stainless lines, pre-bent, everything lines up, drops into place. Really, really nice to work with for the money. It's got headers on it. It's got aftermarket exhaust on it, 2 1/4. And that's about it. It's on its way. Still have to align the front fenders. Hood needs to be aligned. This hood was damaged. The corners, somebody had dropped it or it folded or something, and the corners are bent up. They need a little work. But this is just going to be a driver for him. It's going to be like a weekend truck out of the farm he's got. Doesn't have to be super perfect. It's definitely not a show truck. Still have to figure out a few things on the tailgate. We did new tailgate cables, new rear lenses, inside, outside, the trim, the weather stripping on them, seals. Still have to figure out, the rear glass is in it, but doesn't track 100%. We've got to do some alignment on that, and it also needs to have the felt put in so that the glass has something to ride on. Let me close this up. And that there's the back of it. Still has to get the rear Chevrolet badge that goes on the back. He's got a rear bumper coming for it. It's been kind of hard to get a hold of for some reason, but give you a little bit better view of the tank. Put a real hitch in it. It had some miscellaneous thing that somebody had welded together, death trap, booger welded, and had a couple of bolts in it. Put a real hitch on it, receiver. It's going to have a backup camera in it if you notice that yellow plug right there. And so this has been the build. Like I said, it's been with me for a while and done it all completely myself, by myself. And I'm glad that it's getting close down to just really miscellaneous stuff, panel work and whatnot. But the goal is to get it fired up by the weekend, and hopefully we'll get the timing set up in it right, and it will run and idle and drive and do all the things it's supposed to do. So that's the quick walk around video of the K5 finally. And once we get it fired up, probably do a follow-up video, just kind of a part 2 finished product with it rolling out of here. And that's going to be a glorious day. And yes, we have a lens for that also. We pulled it off. He has a swing out rear tire carrier that still has to go on the truck. And we had to do a little modification to where it mounts to the body. It was close, but we wanted it a little closer. And bent that up and got that to fit 100% correct. But now it's just a matter of how you access the backside for putting the nuts and bolts in it. So, like I said, a lot of small stuff. The tire carrier, the rear bumper, the front bumper he's going to live with, door panels. But really the main goal right now is get it fired up, be able to drive it, work out some of the miscellaneous kinks that you get with a build this long and this big. In fact, there's the brackets for the tire carrier right there. And then after that, he can just kind of, you know, piddle around with it and work on it. And he's got another guy that wants to do some work on it, probably with interior stuff as far as door panels and window cranks and whatnot. Oh, and we also need a amount of wiper motor in it. We're trying to figure out the wiper arm situation. Kind of think we've got the wrong ones. Once again, when we got this truck, it was just boxes and boxes and boxes of parts, and a lot of them were robbed off of other things that are, you know, sometimes they're compatible, sometimes they're not. So there was a lot of trial and error, putting on, taking off, and we still haven't figured that out yet. New K5 badges, and he's got some 383 strokers that are going to go on the side of the cowl. Actually, pretty nice hood. It's a steel cowl hood. Looks good on the truck. And but that's it. Not super crazy, just a really nice build, clean, everything new. Once it gets fired up and dialed in, it should be a fun little truck to drive around, no top, and just drive it and enjoy it. And who knows, he may keep it forever, or he may cut it loose. You just never know with customers. But once it's said and done and out of my shop, doesn't matter to me what happens to it. So, and then, oh look, the 52 isn't yellow anymore. We rattle can that. That's the first stage. And going to go ahead and put a second coat on it and then start scuffing it just to make it look like it's got a little patina. But anything was better than that yellow. So, but this is it, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope you like all the little details, all the stuff that was done. Hit me up in the comments if you got any questions or something I can help with. And hopefully it isn't here too much longer, and it'll be on its way, being driven and enjoyed, and another happy customer. But she's a good looking truck. Should be even better looking when she leaves though.